Don't touch that dial. Coming right up, it's Marvel News number 104. It's going to be an all-creator update on Marvel News, and we're going to talk about the Gary Friedrich lawsuit with Marvel. Yes, we know. We've talked about it before. He lost the lawsuit, but we've got more information on that. There have been other developments, which we're going to cover. Also, Brian Michael Bendis and Mr. Oming. How's it go? Never mind. Michael Oming. Thank you. We're going to talk about Takio and Powers. Coming right up. Hey, you want to save 20% off of everything in the store? Then show up on the 20th of every month, because the 20th is Founders Day here at Alternate Reality. And on Founders Day, everything except this week's new comics and bulk supplies is 20% off. That's right, every single thing in the store is 20% off every 20th here at Alternate Reality.
Marvel comic book news, hot off the presses.
Scooped mercilessly from the briny depths. Marvel News, episode 104. Fashionable, durable, contagious.
Cookie cutter. Hey folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome to my video outhouse. It's time for, Bo,
Marvel News.
Marvel News. Marvel News, an all-creator update of Marvel News. And it's coming to you from this place, Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie, beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all my Marvel comics are always 15% off every day for everyone. As I said, this is an all-creator creator update of Marvel News, and the first thing we're going to talk about is the Gary Friedrich lawsuit. For those of you who aren't aware, Gary Friedrich dragged Marvel into court to get the rights back for Ghost Rider, which he said he was owed because he created the character along with Mike Ploog way back in the early 1970s, and he lost that lawsuit. And the judge said, you have no rights to this character. Sorry, you signed him away. Well, we got an update on that. What's going on?
Well, when he sued Marvel, Marvel countersued him, and as a result of that countersuit, Friedrich has to pay Marvel $17,000 in damages.
That's called insult to injury.
He also can't sell any Ghost Rider related items of his own creation or promote himself as the creator of the character because, according to the legal system, you didn't create it, so therefore you can't say you created the Ghost Rider.
And he can't sign Ghost Rider stuff at conventions unless it is Marvel officially licensed and approved stuff. I swear to God.
Was that a legal spanking?
That was
you know what that's called? That's called. You know what that's called? It's called petty bullshit.
That's called. It's called. You sued me. I sued you. You lost the suit, so we're gonna screw you.
Okay. Mike Friedrich sues Disney Marvel to get the rights to this character. He loses, and then the Disney Corporation, which is worth how many billions, decides they're going to take him and rub his nose in the shit. That's really looks nice.
I doubt very seriously if he can have. Well, for one, he doesn't have $17,000 because he says poor.
Which is the reason why, if you go online, especially on Facebook, there's all these fundraising drives and all these benefits that are going on for Mr. Friedrich right now.
But the real underlying story about this is the entire concept of, if you go to cons, you go to Artist Alley. Okay, you're drawing stuff you don't own.
Thus as it has ever been.
Right. Any comic company who goes through and walks around those tables and sees you drawing something that you don't own, they can sue you, and you could end up paying $17,000 as well.
Now, as you might guess, creators are thrilled with this idea. They think it's wonderful.
Because people walk up and ask them to draw stuff.
Yeah.
Could you draw this for me? Well, it's a copyrighted character.
If you go to any comic book convention, there's always an artist sitting there somewhere, a bunch of artists at the big cons, okay, and they're happy to do a portrait shot, or they're happy to do a full figure, or two figures, and $25 for a headshot, $50 for a full figure. What character do you want? I really like Ghost Rider. Could you draw Ghost Rider for me? Sure. And they draw it up, $50. There you go. You've got your picture. You take it home. You frame it. You put it on your wall. Artist goes home with $50. Nobody's been hurt up until this point. Now, if you're an artist and somebody comes up to you and wants a Ghost Rider and you draw it up, you could get your butt sued from Marvel. Good job, Marvel. You just put a big freeze on every Artist Alley across the country.
Actually, if you went to the convention, you got something signed, you're fine. Post it on Facebook, then they can sue you. Because you just basically say, if it's between you and me, it's cool. If it's between you and me and everybody on Facebook,
but ultimately they're telling this guy that he didn't create Ghost Rider.
He
really did.
Well, he did, but he signed away his rights.
He signed away his rights to Ghost Rider. He lost the case, and like I said, he sued them, and so they countersued him. And as part of the after effect of this is they said, well, you're gonna have to pay this $17,000 in damages.
It's too bad they didn't get a chance to bury him alive. We can bury him alive? No, all right. Well, jeez.
And by the way, Your Honor, as part of the finding, we want Mr. Friedrich buried in shit up to his neck, and then we want to be able to drop roaches on his head.
I think he'll be able to get the $17,000, but I'll be willing to bet when everything's all said and done, he's not going to have to write Marvel.
I'll be willing to bet Marvel has generated all sorts of negative publicity for themselves across the spectrum of the fan market. And you might not think that's important, but you know what? The fan market are the ones that are buying the comics right now.
But he lost.
He lost.
Okay.
He lost.
Who's the next creator who's going to have nuts enough to try to do this again?
Well, and that would be another reason for doing it. Okay?
And that's the ultimate reason. You want to try to sue us for something, you sign these checks, both companies, in fact, all companies. You sign these checks, you gave away the rights, okay, you want to sue us, you lose, we're going to come after you.
But Gary is being made an example of.
But the layout doesn't stay the same now, because now they know that keeping the rights to the characters is all important. Nobody's signing rights over anymore.
Right.
Well, but they've already learned that lesson.
Well,
they've already learned that lesson.
Most
the
of the
creators saying, "No, I'm not signing over my character to you."
But most of the guys involved in these lawsuits all worked in the 70s.
Right, long time ago, before they knew any better.
That was doing work for hire, and and everyone working at that point knew exactly what they were getting into.
You won't do that.
So
they won't do that anymore.
you would assume at some point someone who knew Gary went, Gary, you're not going to win this. Marv Wolfman sued, and he got his ass kicked, too.
Yeah, he got his ass kicked.
And Marv Wolfman had a better case than you do.
Marv Wolfman had his ass kicked, but he wasn't made an example of. Marvel Disney isn't going out their way to make an example of Gary Friedrich, which is bullshit. It's absolute bullshit.
Especially when you know they got lawyers on retainer, they're paying them
that
much a week just
to
hang around.
They got tons of lawyers.
So they're paying them $17,000 just a week to hang around.
You know, this is nickel and dime chump change we're talking about. It really is for Disney. It's nickel and dime chump change. But you know what? It all comes down to not just creators' rights, but intellectual property rights. And Disney has always hoarded intellectual property rights. They've always that is the heart and soul of the Disney Corporation. Always has been. You know, and Warner's too. It's not just Disney, and Marvel, but that is the heart and soul of any comic book company like that is the ideas. Okay, they're selling ideas, and you know, whether it's Goofy and Mickey or whether it's Miley Cyrus and what's that crummy show? Hannah Montana, or the Sweet Life with Zach and Cody. Yes, I know all these things. It all comes down to creators' rights. No matter how lame or how brilliant they are, it's all the property of Disney, and Disney wants to make sure that every creator out there knows, don't screw with the rat. And that is as it has ever been. Marvel just got mixed into this when Disney bought them a couple of years ago.
It's true.
Anyway, this is not Legal Blotter. As I said at the outset, this is Creators Update. Our second story is Brian Michael Bendis and Michael Oving. Evan Ovings. Takio. That's a kid's book they did last year.
Graphic novel.
Graphic novel kids book. It was one issue, one thing, and it's coming back.
Coming back as a 4-issue limited series this spring.
Okay.
So, because
it's part of the kids line.
I don't know if it's part of the. I think it's still part of the Icon line technically. Okay. But they could put it as part of the kids line, true. But the Takio people don't hang out with the Marvel people. But I would imagine it'll probably be all under the banner.
No, but Bendis and Oming do.
Yeah, it'll probably be under the banner of Marvel Kids. Now, in other Bendis and Oming news on the Powers front, issue number 8 finally shipped this week. Bendis says, he says, look, you can't blame Oming. It's me. Okay, they optioned the thing to be a TV pilot. I've been spending all my time working on the TV pilot, and so I haven't had time to draw the 4 issues that Oming already had in the can.
Write the 4 issues.
Well, write the 4 issues, yeah. I mean, Oming had already drawn 8, 9, 10, and 11.
Bendis is drawing it.
Bendis has had all those. He just had to do the dialogue and do the scripts. He was working on the pilot, and by the way, the pilot right now is back on track, so it probably will be a show on FX next fall. But since he was spending all his time working on that, well, I guess they had to do a little tweaking and dumbing down. But the FX people.
But we got media news that says it's already off.
It's back.
That was 2 weeks ago.
It's back. I mean, March 1st hasn't happened. So since he's splitting his time now, but he's because he said he really felt stupid because people are going to him. Why aren't you working on Powers? And he goes, well, I am. I'm working on the TV thing, and it takes a lot of time. And I'm an executive producer, so that means I got to go to casting, and I got to go to meetings, and I got to be there. And then when they said the show was delayed, I was doing all this. But now I'm back, and the book will be shipping on a regular basis. 9's in the printer right now. 10 and 11 are going to be in the printer in a couple weeks. So 9, 10, and 11, that 4-issue arc will be done before the end of spring.
Okay, that's swell. And that's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We got no more Marvel news. But go to the store's website. Check out all the Marvel news this man sends me. I post up where?
Sarah.
What? www.myalternatereality.com.
So go to the store's website. Check out all of his news. Till next time, this is Comic Book Man.
This is Bo.
Saying bye.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.